Today, you just can't do that because the customer doesn't want that. The customer wants to be able to, whoever they're dealing with, the manufacturer, the rep, the distributor, they want to have a seamless experience. They don't care about your silos. They want to be able to move effectively across your organization. So you got to find a way to keep that, what I would call ownership of the business units, but also create more intercompany cooperation and teamwork.
One of the biggest challenges that I think commercial leaders are facing is how do they realign their commercial teams of inside sales, field sales, marketing, customer service? How do they realign them to the way in which the modern customer is buying? Because we're seeing there being so many gaps with what individual commercial leaders are doing across their commercial teams. And I think one of the challenges in realigning your team is really breaking down the silos between your teams. And John, we've talked about this extensively. Why is it so hard to break down these silos internally with these commercial teams?
Yeah, James, I think it's a great topic and a fun one. I think a lot of it has to do with before the digital age, things were very, what I would call A to B to C, where the account manager would go out and secure the order. The inside salesperson would enter the order, and then they would track it all the way to finishing. And then you would have very clearly defined business units. So let's say you had you were in construction, you have a construction team, you have an industrial team. That's a distributor example. So a lot of times you would operate in these silos, and it was very A to B to C, very left to right, and very easy to manage. So you encourage silos. Now, of course, there was some competition and infighting as a manufacturer and distributor, but you were able to operate in a siloed system. Today, you just can't do that because the customer doesn't want that. The customer wants to be able to, whoever they're dealing with, the manufacturer, the rep, the distributor, they want to have a seamless experience. They don't care about your silos. They want to be able to move effectively across your organization. So you got to find a way to keep that, what I would call ownership of the business units, but also create more intercompany cooperation and teamwork.
John, I think it's an excellent point. I deal with this on a daily basis where I try to encourage some of my clients, hey, we need more cross-functional alignment. Because what happens is if you still have the legacy silos, you have legacy thinking. And in that legacy thinking, you miss out on a lot of the opportunities. So for example, if your marketing team is taking orders from product or sales on this enablement and not thinking of, hey, how can we ground this back into a solution through field research, working with the sales team to meet the end customer where they are, you're probably just going to have some pretty tired feeling solutions out in the market that aren't going to capture the buyer in the journey, right? Because they're looking for real information because they're so used to this self-serve model. They're going to be informed. They want to see what your value prop is, what solutions you offer. So you really need to have alignment at all areas of your business, and you need to have a really strong content approach to make sure they understand those solutions and they translate into business needs. So I think it's a little more greasework, a little more heavy lifting in the front end to get it right. But once you do, you're going to have much better results.
Yeah, well said, Jim.
Yeah, those are good points. Jim, those are great points.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you from a marketing approach, it's a huge difference. I mean, years ago, marketing was on the front end of that whole process. Marketing has now started at the front end and continues all the way through the process to the back end, constantly involved. And I think what's interesting is with marketing is that to break down the silos, marketing takes kind of an outlook where they have to work internally with the different groups. So marketing is really key in breaking down the silos. They have to work with the sales, the internal sales, the external sales, even the financial group and the technology group within a company. And they have the ability to really kind of bring everything together. and kind of keep it in force all the way through the end, like I said, and then beyond through distribution and external sales and every other aspect of it.
No, it's a great point. So if you're a commercial leader and you're looking to realign your team to improve sales effectiveness, or you're looking to realign your team to break down silos, we suggest starting with a customer journey map. And that's going to help give that commercial leader a fact base to say, hey team, here is what's changed with our buyer. Here is how they now choose to purchase. The days of having siloed commercial entities between field sales, inside sales, marketing, digital selling, those cannot exist anymore. You have to have a well-aligned team in order to deliver a superior experience to that changing end customer. So ground your teams on a customer journey map, and that will help you shift responsibilities from the different teams and make sure that the teams are working in conjunction to serve the needs of that modern end user. Great tips, guys. Thanks for sharing.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, James.
Thank you for watching today. If you liked what you heard and you want to put some of these insights to use on your team, feel free to reach out to us at dorngroup.com. If you want to receive more unique insights like these for both manufacturers and distributors, follow us on our LinkedIn and YouTube channels.